Hello friends, it's Linda and I am here with a flip through of my latest journal. It's been a little while since I've made a video. I have been working on this journal for quite a while. It's a couple of weeks maybe, but of course not every day. I watch my grandbabies some as well. But anyway, it is an altered little golden book, Frosty the Snowman, and it is done in a winter theme, really not Christmas. So it could be used for Christmas. It could also be saved for January or just used throughout the winter. Started in December and used throughout the winter. But I made several Christmas journals, so I decided to make one that was just more focused on winter. So it's the little golden book with a new spine. And when I do my little golden books, I really try not to do anything or much of anything to the covers, just because they're so precious. And I did cover the spine with some pretty flannel in a plaid. And I made this dangle that has lots of beads. You can see some snowman charms and beads. There's some, even some crystals in there, and some trims and lace and all of the fabrics that I used within the journal are all in here. And it detaches. It's on a Tim Holtz little trinket pin, so you could take it off while you're working on the journal, or just take it off if you prefer not to have it on there. The tie is some more of the pretty flannel, and I also made a little dangle here that you can remove and put anywhere, but it has a couple of little charms. Okay. So excuse my arms. I'm doing a little bit different lighting today, so I hope it is adequate. I also put the little Tim Holtz corners front and back. This is the back of the journal. Again, with the little golden books, I really don't do much, but you certainly could alter that on your own, cover it, whatever you would choose to do. Okay, let's get into it. All right, so this is the inside of the front cover. We might have to go side to side here. I don't have a very big frame. Okay, so I have a front pocket that has a note card and a library card. And little snowflake decoration there. And I have a fabric pocket, and I made this crazy card with one of my favorite snowmen stamps. Aren't they fun? They are snowflakes. This little guy with the propeller, and I love these guys. So decorated it with some of the fabric. And inside of this journal is the entire Frosty the Snowman that I did not cut down the pages, so the entire page and the story is in order. So every page is included, the story is in order, it can be read. So I am so in love with the little golden books that I try really hard to preserve just their natural beauty and charm. I have a lot of my own colored paper that I used, distress inks and some mica, so I don't know if it shows, but there's just a little bit of a sparkle to this paper. And I made this cute little tag with this image from, I think it's from a Red Lead Paperworks collage sheet. will credit all of the digitals and such, anything that needs to be credited in the description box at the bottom. Little bit of Frosty the Snowman music. And here is more of the book. This is a little Project Life card here with this little pom-pom clip. And I have about at least a 4 or 5 way pocket. Here's a snowball Project Life card, another Project Life card, some coffee journaling paper. It says coffee, please. I'm a huge coffee drinker. I love it, love it, love it. Okay, so I have a few little tickets here. This is actually sweet. Let me hold it up so you can see what this is. This is actually a little pad of Post-its. Teeny tiny little pad of Post-its that have a snowman on there. Okay. And I have one of these medallions there. And on the back side, you'll see that that medallion is actually a hidden paper clip that encases this tag that I made. I love her. And there's a couple of tags in the back. I made 2 vellum pockets on the back of this large tag, so there's lots of room for some journaling. And this was from a digital. And this was actually sent to me from Red Lead Paperworks in one of my orders. And I've been just saving her for a special occasion, and I thought this was perfect. So this will just clip right on the top of the page, whoops, like that. And then you can attach something to the back too, and she actually comes out. I have some little vellum strips that are holding her in, so you can journal on the back of her as well. Okay. Cute, cute little penguins. This is a page from a magazine. Cute. And on the back is a tuck with a Ray Dunn, I think it's Ray Dunn, pages of a to-do list tucked in there. Some loose leaf. Some more of my hand-dyed paper, or hand-colored children's ledger. This is the first of the fabric flips. It's got a little vintage button and some vintage trim at the top. And it lifts up. You can put photo under there, journal, whatever you would like. I love that fabric. Okay, so this was a really fun spread. This is a window business, or window junk mail envelope that I created this snowman tag with another one of my snowman stamps. And as you can see, I'm gonna show you the pocket, the window pocket is kind of cute, even empty, because it's got the black and white stripes that matches the theme. And I just did a little collaging on the envelope there. And this will slip in here. And there is also a pocket behind it, behind the envelope itself. There's nothing in there at this moment, but it's certainly another spot for journaling. And then these snowmen kind of just go right in there and show through the window. And then that brings us to the center of the first signature. And I sewed in 2 signatures, and I attached beads to the ends of the little bow here. And this is one of the Tim Holtz little guys who's adorable with his ice skates around his neck. or over his shoulder. And I made just this one of my coffee dyed cards, index cards that I tucked into that pocket there. Okay. And this is a pocket that I made out of a napkin. It's got a Project Live card that says dashing through the snow and baby, it's cold outside. Okay. And this is a fun little snowman dangle that I made. I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to bring it up to the camera a little closer. Can you see him? I made, I don't know how many hundreds of pairs of earrings like this in my jewelry making days, and I still had a few of the dangles left, so I included that on there. And I added this little piece of gingham, and I hand sewed the little crosses on there, the little X's, I mean, not crosses. So there's the back side of that. Just a pretty little page dangle. And then more of the book. Some of the back sides is more of those adorable penguins. This is a fun spread with another fabric flip. I want to show you this dangle, if I can, a little closer. It's got a vintage crystal and this beautiful brass or antiqued gold charm attached to some lace, and this is a two-way flip. I have this as a Kathy Holden fabric, and this is a Liberty of London fabric that I used and created a second little flip there. So I love this page. And then over here is just a piece of scrapbook paper that I turned into a little journaling card tucked in this pocket. This little strip here is from a book of tile images that I love to use, but I thought they looked a bit like snowflakes and would look pretty in the book. This is a piece of my coffee dyed paper, and this is just a collage that I created using some of the different papers that I've used throughout the book. And a Project Life card there that you can journal on. This is a piece of a digital that's just burlap that I use, and I bet every journal that I make just about in one color or another. I'm going to set this back down if I can. Okay, this is the back side of the Frosty the Snowman. Just a little page decoration there. And here is a fabric ruffle and a large journal card that I created from another favorite scrapbook paper. You know how you hoard them? This is one. Because I think I love those black and white snowflakes as much as these crazy cute snowmen on the front. And that is the end of that signature, the beginning of the second one. You have some dies here, snowflake die cuts and some lace. And this was a fun page. I made this little tag, just a little bit of collage, and this little fella here who's letting the snow, catching the snowflakes on his tongue. And I sewed around it and added a bit of fabric at the top, tucked into this pocket here. It looks like these boys are looking at him, boys and girls. The illustrations in this version of this Frosty the Snowman book are just dear. I really, really love their faces. Okay, a little die cut there. This is a shaker. Hope I didn't shake you up too much there, but you can see. I'm gonna see if I can't get those to shake a little bit for you. It's a CD case that I turned into a tuck spot, so you can put something behind it, and it's a really fun shaker that I actually collaged the diameter of it and sewed around with my sewing machine. And on the back side, this little flap of the envelope is a tuck spot for this cute little snowman guy. And then here's a paper bag, and inside the paper bag is my signature little decorated tea bag, and inside of here is some winter, if I can get it out, some winter spice tea. And honestly, I buy these twining tea flavors all year round, and this one's my favorite. This winter spice is really yummy. So that's got some little beaded dangles in there. I always try to tuck in a few gifts. Just makes it more fun for me and for the recipient. Another little decoration there. Some graph paper. There's a lot of journaling space in here. This was fun. I like to add atlas or map paper to my journals. So this time I chose just the Arctic regions. This is, well, this is North America and South America, but the rest of it is the polar, Antarctica, the North Pole. I included this as a free image from the Graphic Fairy. And here's a little simple card here, journaling card. This little pocket, the Project Life card, this little cold bird. And that was actually an envelope that went around the page and created some pockets here. I printed off a recipe for snowball cookies. My mom used to make these, and they are so delicious. And this looks pretty much like the recipe that she used to follow. So you can make yourself some snowball cookies. And then there's also another recipe card that is blank, but I sewed around it for you to put your own recipes on. And I put it on this page. I thought it was cute. It's on across from the page where the kids are looking in the window of the bakery at the yummy baked goods in there. I thought that was a cute place to put that. This is the center of the second signature, and it is a doily, a large doily that I folded, and it's created pockets. And again, I'm going to lift this so you can see the beads that I put on the bottoms of the strings for the signature ties. These are some really pretty little clay beads, I think, with rhinestones in them, and then some seed beads. And in the pockets, there's a Project Life card on that side, and a couple of tags here. Say create joy and young at heart. And this old fella decorates the back of that. You love this old car. Love that, and I love that color. Okay, this guy's getting a little out of control up here. All right, so here's a page that has a paper bag on the front, and in the little front tuck I put some little tickets, a little bit of collaging, and then inside of the paper bag I made this little tag, and this is a Red Lead Paperworks Christmas stamp that I used, both of them actually. This one says Treasured Sweetness. And I had some fun making some splatters on some of the paper, splatters of snow. That was fun. And a bit of pretty vintage trim that I thought had a little bit of a snowflake look. So that goes inside of there. Behind this, I tucked a piece of my coffee dyed paper, and this is one that I used my pizza pan with the holes in it to dry, and it creates these polka dots and these spirals, and I just love the way those come out. So I tucked that back there for some journaling. On the side of this page, there is a little bit of a doily sticking out with some mittens. Can you see those mittens? On a little silver charm. This is the back side of that. More of the digital burlap paper and this crochet doily. And then on this side is the other side of the map paper, and this is the Arctic Ocean, and again all of the Alaska and the Soviet Union and all of the Siberia, all the things that are at the top, I would call it, in the cold regions. And I made this little notepad here for journaling, and I found this really sweet washi tape just a couple of weeks ago that I just love. It has deer and maybe snowflakes, I can't quite tell, but very sweet, wintry. And I also lined the side here with that same washi. Okay, well, we're getting there. Here's another little page interest there. The other side of the paper bag. And what do I have in there? I have a couple of really sweet winter themed Project Life cards. This one says Frosty Fun. This one has a little girl on a sled with journaling spots on the back. And then I have this fun tag, some tinny people. These ladies look a little bit cold. This girl's got a snowball in her hand. Looks like she's ready to throw at you. And there's, I used some of my Snow-Tex medium that's probably, oh my goodness, 15 years old. I don't know, but it still worked. I had to add a little water, but it put this pretty little snowy effect at the bottom of the tag. Looks like they're standing in the snow. So this is a journal tag. And I made this journaling, or this tag, I'm sorry, my words aren't coming out straight. This pocket here with the snowman. Looks like a Chip and Dale snowman, the way he's laying there. And this dear little image. I think is another free Graphics Fairy image. And the policeman. Look at the vivid blue in that color. I love the illustrations in this. This is another, just a simple page decoration, but one of my favorite snowman stamps that I used there. It's so fun. I love getting out my stamps. I used to do so much rubber stamping. And so now when I have the opportunity to use some of my rubber stamps that I love but haven't used in a while, it's very fun. Little page decoration there. And that brings us to the last page. The last page of the story, the last page of the journal, and tucked in here, I made a note card for you. I pinned it together so the pieces wouldn't get lost. But this is actually an embossed, I don't know how you can see it best, but an embossed snowman who's looking up to the heavens watching the snowfall. And it's just a blank note card. You can turn it into a Christmas card, use it for journaling, send it as a thank you. And it comes with an envelope. And I created this belly band here with some of the flannel fabric and a couple of my vintage buttons. So, yeah, actually, I think I had that like so. All right, so lots and lots of room for journaling in here. Lots of ways that this can be used. And it was made with lots and lots of love. The very back, I put this fun vintage image. In this pocket, you can see the back, the spine, and the back of the book, the front of the book, and that is it. These are the ties. So thank you so much for joining me in this little journal flip through, and I hope to be back soon with another video, either a flip through, or I've even considered doing some other types of videos. If that's something that you would like to see me do, would you leave me a comment and let me know? I'm starting to get some subscribers, and I do every kind of crafting that exists almost. So I could do a multitude of instructional videos on journal making, paper crafting, beading, just about anything. So I'm playing with the idea of making more than just flip through of my journals, but for now, that's what this is. And thank you for taking the time to watch. If you liked the video, would you hit the like button and leave me a comment? If you really liked it or have something to say, comment about the journal or to me. And for now, this is Thanksgiving week. Have a wonderful and blessed Thanksgiving with your family. Thanks so much now. Bye-bye.